Hi, I'm Robb Zipp, and you're watching The Robb Zipp Show. Today, I'm coming to you from Space City Audio in Old Town Spring, Texas, 123 Main Street. And I'm testing out this Vevor 6-liter Ultrasonic record cleaner. So join me and let's have the most epic adventures. All right, so here we are in the record room of Space City Audio. So they do carry some new albums, like this Misfits album, it's brand new in the wrapper. I'm not even sure what this is. New Order. There we go. New Order fans out there. But not all the records are new. Like this Depeche Mode is used. So you can tell because they have the handwritten price on there and the grade. These records that are like this, they hand clean each and every one of them. But they have this cabinet full of $1 and $3 records that are not cleaned. There's some great stuff, but some of the records are a little dirty. So we're going to test out this new instrument that was sent to me from Vevor, and we're going to find out if it really does the job with just some distilled water. Here it is out of the box. This is a rack, a drying rack. We'll put this together while we're waiting for the water to warm up or while it's working. This is the lid. Some packing materials here. This is an exhaust hose. I'll definitely get a bucket to put out here. These are the dividers you put between the records to protect them. Not sure what this is. Oh, this is a power source. There's two power sources here. And then this is I guess if you want to make tea. Anyway, I'm going to look at these instructions and get started. All right, you can see how dirty this one is. I'm not going to show you every record, but we're going to see this particular one. I'm going to see if this one gets clean, but I'm going to put a few on here as well. All right, I've got 3 records loaded in. I've got the water in up to this point. Some people have put extra cleaners and sometimes alcohol. I don't recommend using alcohol on records. On 78s, it'll destroy them. But it says to put the temperature somewhere between 30 and 40. That's degrees Celsius. So we're going to let this get up to temperature when this light goes out. And once it gets up to temperature, we're going to let it go for 30 minutes. You've got 2 separate plugs. You've got the plug for the ultrasonic unit. And you have the plug for the disc rotator. When you plug that in, it turns on. There's not an on-off switch. So we're leaving that unplugged for now. This ultrasonic cleaner is good for more than just records. You can take the record thing off. There is a lid. I jokingly call this a tea bag. If you want to put jewelry in here and do this, probably not the same time that you're doing the records. And also, since you are dealing with water, there is the hose when you're done to empty the water out. I have this bucket down here, and then I have the jug underneath this. It took a little bit more than a gallon, 6 liters. So yeah, once we get up to temperature, we're going to let it roll. All right, so it's going to take a while to get it up to temperature. So I'm going to go ahead and test it out with just how the water is now. It should get up to temperature while we're waiting. So I'm going to plug it in. You're going to see it. You're going to see it rotating. Again, there we go. And we're going to turn the ultrasonic portion on for 30 minutes. So there it goes. It does make a lot of noise. It's not super loud, but we're going to let this go for 30 minutes, and hopefully by the time we come back, just using distilled water in the ultrasonic machine. We're going to see how clean these records get. And in the meantime, I'm going to put together the record drying rack, and we'll set it right next to it. All right, we're about 15 minutes in. Nope, 10 minutes in. We got 20 minutes to go. Still hasn't got to temperature, but it's warming up. And I've got this kind of poorly put together. I just kind of guessed how it was supposed to go. It's a little off, but that's okay. A lot of people, they prefer to dry their wet records with a microfiber cloth, so I'll probably do both, but that's what it looks like put together. All right, so it automatically turns this part off. Again, it's a separate motor over here, so I'm gonna turn this off here, and I'm gonna unplug this. That turns this motor off. So you screw these on and then put this end cap here. So I'm going to take the end cap off. Hopefully you guys can still see it here. Sorry, it's taking a second here. And then this is a little spacer here. And then these are the record dividers. So I'm going to take them off one at a time. They are very wet. So I'm going to stick them on this drying rack here. I'm not sure I'm putting them though on the drying rack correctly, because I don't think they're supposed to touch each other. Again, you don't have to use the drying rack. You can just use some microfiber cloths. Yeah, that's not. Here, I'll put this in between the records here. All right. So I'm going to get a cloth, and I'm going to clean these off and show you how much cleaner they are. All right, remember when I showed you how dirty this particular record was from Billy Vaughn, A Summer Place? It's still got a little bit of moisture left on here. I'm using this microfiber cloth to wipe it off. And, it's still got a big scratch. It's not going to take away the scratches, but do you guys remember how filthy that was? Again, this is only distilled water and the ultrasonic cleaner. No other cleaners were used. And it's almost perfect. I mean, it's not 100% perfect, but it's 95% better than it was. All right, as someone who loves to buy used records, not just from record stores, but sometimes from thrift stores or flea markets or whatever, sometimes the conditions can be pretty dirty. And I'm glad I found this item. And I know several of you are also record collectors, so this might be something of interest to you. The links will be in the description, and there's a discount code as well. They have two different versions. This is the less expensive one, but it worked great. It worked great. It never got up to quite the temperature I wanted to get to, but it still got warm. It was warm. It does not need to be hot, because you don't want to melt. You don't want to melt the records anyway. So I'm satisfied. I'm happy. I think it worked great. Again, links in the description. So thanks for watching, and until next time, bye.